come back to my butterfly grip in order to drill down, and I use my two fingers, so I'm not losing my position. So left hand there, and I'm drilling down with this middle finger, and this pointing finger is supporting it on the side / underneath. So now all I need to do is start drilling down with that middle finger. Drill, 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 and I'm bringing it towards me as I drill. Okay, and back to compress, drill, back to compress. Okay, nice and slowly, it doesn't have to be rushed. Okay, again, supporting with my left hand, drill with these two fingers. It's being drilled with this part of the middle finger. Down, down, down. I know that from feel that is going to be nicely positioned, and it's at a reasonable depth. So let's stop that, and I'll actually just show you. I'll take that water out, and let's take our needle tool, which is over here, and let's just gauge the depth of our clay. So thumb on the needle tool, in we go. Take it out, I'd say 1/2 inch. Perfect. Okay, now, I dropped it, doesn't matter. Now we've got a big hole in the middle, so the question is, how do we get that out? Okay, well, you've got that little bit of slip that we had before, a little bit of that slip back onto the pot. Okay, wet it a little bit, make sure the outside's wet a bit too from that hand, and then with back to the butterfly grip, these two fingers firmly pushing down and getting backwards and forwards, in and out, compressing the bottom in a circular motion, backwards and forwards, and pushing, pushing, pushing down, and nicely compressing. Okay, so stage 1 was coning up and coning back down twice. Stage 2 was centering, pushing out to the 2 o'clock position, hand on the left. 3, drilling down, butterfly grip again, 2 fingers down. You can actually wrap that thumb around to drill as well if you've got a weak right hand, so you can go in a half butterfly or a 3/4 butterfly, finger on the back of this thumb and drill down. That's another way, but if you're comfortable you can just hold it on the side, whichever way you feel is more comfortable. Make sure that it's nice and compressed at this stage, taking your time, making sure the top's compressed as well. Okay, and now we're going to open up this hole. Okay, so we're going to take those 2 fingers, and as we open up, we're going to pull down and pull towards us, and this hand is just going to slide on the back of my palm. So pulling, pulling, pulling towards, and it's a nice horizontal pull. Just going part of the way, coming back to compress the bottom of the bowl. Compress, 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 compress. Good. A little bit more water there, a little bit more water on the sides. Press again. Okay. And now we've got space for 3 fingers in the bowl. Once again, staying in the butterfly grip and pulling back, keeping pressure on with the left hand towards the 3 o'clock position. Now a bit more this way. Okay, you don't want to open the bowl up, you just want to open the floor up. So you don't want this top lip opening up, you just want the floor opening up. So 3 fingers back, pulling, 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 coming back, coming back, coming back. Perfect. And now compressing, and as this is just more of an intermediate move. As this finger comes back forward, the left hand can start moving backwards or up towards the 1-2 o'clock mark, and slowly coning the top of this bowl in, and you sort of get that coned pyramid shape, okay, with a nice compressed bottom. That's it. compress the bottom. Make sure we're not tearing the clay and we're sliding across it. So we've now opened our bowl, okay, and compress the rim. So once again, butterfly grip, pointing finger down, pushing on the rim. We can even curl it just to make sure that we've got a nice curled rim. Compress, compress, compress down, and take some of the slip out. We don't need all of that slip. Okay, a little bit of water just to make sure we're not tearing the clay. Compress the bottom, beautiful. And I'll stop that wheel to show you now. And we've got a nice centered, opened piece of clay. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, now stage 4, you guessed it, we got to start lifting all this clay that's on the outside of this wheel. All this clay here has to start lifting. There are a lot of techniques here. I'm going to show you on this small amount of clay, the one I like the best, and that is the middle finger on your left hand and your thumb that goes both to the lowest part. So this finger is going to be, this pointing finger is going to be higher than the thumb, because the thumb will be on the bat and this finger will be on the floor of the pot, and you're basically gripping the wall. So that is gripping, okay, and the pointing finger then comes down on the side of the wall, making sure you're not tearing again and it's nice and smooth, and you're just holding it there. So you see nothing's happening to the wall. I can take these two fingers and gently squeeze in if I wanted to, with my thumb pushing down as I do this, down and in, and it would compress that wall, okay? But nothing's really happening. What I now need to introduce is my left hand to push that clay up, okay? So let's make sure that we're not tearing, and with my middle finger I push down and support it with the other middle finger. I push down into the clay, push, 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 and as I push down, both hands start lifting up and compressing the wall. Push, 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 compress, and as I get to the rim, I'm not going to compress the rim, I'm going to open all my hands and let it go. And now I've slightly lifted that rim. I slightly lifted the wall. Now, as you can see from the force of the spinning of the wheel, the bowl has wanted to come out. So what we're going to do is place both hands again on the wheel, making sure that we're wet and not tearing the clay, and just slowly bringing our hands in together, compressing the wall and coning that wall in. It's thick, it's not going to go anywhere, and you just bring it in and cone it in. Okay, and what do we have? We have a nice coned in shape. Okay, making sure that we've got slip everywhere, and we can repeat that process. So 3 fingers in, this finger on the side, just wet it slightly so that water drips down both edges, and then pushing in with our middle finger in, and as I push in and lift up, both hands come up, and as I come just below the rim, I just open my hands up. I don't want to go too fast off this point, I want to go nice and slowly. So at this stage I wouldn't worry about how many times you're lifting. You're starting out, it will take a few lifts to get a nice thin wall. At the moment all you're concentrating on is getting the wall up and getting a nice and even and consistent wall lift all the way up. Okay, now you could do that a third time, so let's just have a look at that a third time, making sure that we've got nice slippery. Okay, and I wouldn't go past the point where your knuckle, where this wall is above these knuckles, otherwise you're going to start pushing the rim on the top of your fingers. So once again, middle finger pushing into the wall, pressing the wall as well, and then taking a deep breath in. I'm going to stop talking in a moment. separating away, just letting it go. Alright, cool. And then making sure that the wall's nice and wet and slippery, and just coning it in, pushing, 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 making sure we're nice and straight. Taking our sponge and just in the centre, just taking out some of this water from the centre that doesn't get too sloppy, cleaning our wheel just so we can show you what we've done and see where we're at. Good. 2 fingers in the wall, just compressing. Good. Making sure everything's nice and slippery. Good. And perfect. So we're part of the way there. Now, next stage. That wall can come up a lot. We've got a lot of clay down the bottom here, and all that clay can be brought up. Alright, so there's a lot of, once again, there's knuckle lifting, you can do 1 finger lifting again. The way I like is a reverse thumb. Now this is a harder technique to do. Do I show it? Yeah, alright, I'll show it to you, and it's something to practice. Thumb in a greeting position, thumbs up, but instead of there, you want to put it at pretty much going 45 degrees and slightly more, but your arm you want right up against the side, and then you want to support a thumb to thumb, and as you support thumb to thumb, the right hand thumb is going to be pushing down on the base of this pot. Push, 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 push. And as I push, taking a deep breath in and lifting, 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 lifting. Separating again, and now we're lifting the walls considerably. Let's do that again, making sure that the wall's nice and wet, cone in a little bit. That's it. Good. And we're slowly getting there, pushing in. And lifting this clay up now. That's it. Separate away. And that wall's coming up. Making sure now that we've got nice and even surface coning it in. Good. Nice straight walls. 1 more lift. We're going to go, make sure we've got the inside of the walls also nice and wet. Okay. And pushing, pushing, pushing. Stopping just before the top of the rim. Separate it out. Nice. Okay. Making sure that the wall is nice and wet, nice and gentle. Always putting your hands nice and gently onto the wall and taking them off the wall nice and gently onto this pot. Coning in again. And we're starting to look pretty good. Okay. We might now give it another lift, but this time we'll put our hand in. Now it's not that wet inside, so let's just wet the inside, and I might just, someone borrowed one of my, I need to make some sponges to dry out the insides. Okay, just so we don't get too wet right in the middle, but we're wet enough on our, okay. And just with 1 finger here now, we'll just pull this side up. Making sure we've got good support with our 2 thumbs all the way up. It's another way of lifting. Good. another nice cone. So I think that's pretty much what we're going to do as far as lifting's concerned. Let's compress this rim beautifully. Good. And now with that compressed rim, let's take this tool and let's just clean up the bottom of the mug. Okay, so just taking it and scraping the bottom. I'll do more tutorials on how to use these tools later. Just a little bit. And as I've put this point down, I then rotate it to 45 degrees slowly as I come up and create a nice squared off base. Okay, and we're going to do this again, just a drop of water on the side here. Okay, there, and come up. Good. And one more time, just a little bit of water there. Bring that out. Nice. And squaring it off. Good. Cool. Now, before we do any shaping of any sort at the moment, we do need to get this water just out of the bottom here. Should have a stick with a sponge on the end. As I said, I lent it to someone the other day and they did give it back to me, but I can't see where I put it. Alright, I'm just going to wet the side of this call it a mug. Cone it in just a little bit. I do like this shape already, but we'll just cone it a little bit better. We've got some flexibility. We don't want to tear it, so it needs to be in a position where it's slightly wet, but not too wet. Okay.